Hello, and welcome back to the arcade. My name is Sean. It's good to be here. I cannot wait for my mouth surgery on Tuesday. My tooth has been driving me insane. But that's enough about that. Last we left, we were working on the Gilded Fields. And as you can see, I've done quite a bit. We finished Artisan's Reach, or I should say the destruction of Artisan's Reach. Lots of players today. We'll go ahead and respawn all the zombies now. So, I don't feel like I did a very good job of explaining the idea behind this story anyways. But the whole idea is that there is a dwarven waystone that explodes. And these players wake up as being a survivor of it. And the undead have started attacking from the explosion. And they think it's the energy of the waystone that is causing this. But what it really is since the waystone is gone, everyone that died as the waystone exploded is just being risen by the ritual that our big bad has done. And so, what's left of Artisan's Reach, this commercial, exporting, basically hub of production that the Longstream Company had set up, is now a refugee camp with makeshift battle lines put up. And it is from here that they tell you to send word to Redwind. I believe Redwind was what I called it. We also have one of our Twitch followers as a quest giver, Papa Frutos, shout out. And he has the Pet the Good Boy quest. The best boy. We need to get a name for his dog. We'll have to do that next time. As you come back over to here, you'll reach Redcliffe. Redwind or Redcliffe? Did not name it here. Redwind. So yes. They get you to Redwind. I really wish there was a better road leveling tool or ground leveling tool. But not yet. There's a small town of Redwind that overlooks a very craggy and rocky course. Nearby, there are some strange creatures that we made on stream called the Cliff Drakes. Took the body of a beholder and gave it wings. We got a streamer connecting. Okay. The little lights really help add to the darkness vibe. We need to go through and do that for most of them. Jumbo Jet is streaming. Jumbo Jet is in a tavern. Anyways. So we just built kind of a rocky, craggy area. Some cliffs leading into the ocean. Kind of continued that motif all the way around. And just really give tell him a little bit of personality. Also made a forest. Forest has a keep full of cultists and some bears. Once you get to Red Cliff, you basically tell them what's going on or what happened, what the loud explosion was. The innkeeper here asks you to go hunt for meat for them and then have a drink on them. They let you know that they've seen strange coming and goings from the woods and have heard strange chanting that way. And that's how you go and find out that, oh hey, there's a group of cultists who are using this old fort that's been abandoned in the woods for a while now. And they let you know that there's a bounty. It's our first bounty, actually. Bounty of Scrimsill. I think I'm saying that correctly. Scrimsill is another one of our Twitch followers. And he had the idea of this kind of yeti who has a grouping of kobolds that work for him. Look how big this guy is. There's a level 3 elite that is a bounty for the level 2 characters. And their Fey magic is why it's gotten so cold out through there. But that is kind of what the Gilded Fields turned into. The destruction of Artisan's Reach, going to Warren Redwind, and on your way through, kind of talking with the hunter. A couple of wildlife that we added, the town, and then this whole cave was built on stream as well. It's a good one. Yeah, they have you come in here and make way for the next city to give word. That's kind of where we're at, is setting up the Ridgewater Grove, because I think it's going to be a real big forest, like a mixed forest between the two. I like that idea a lot, actually. But yeah, let's go check in on our streamer real quick, see if he's doing anything. Well, watch. Well, there's a couple other things you can do with your player characters, and even your monsters too. Is he going to be taking a flying mount? That's another thing. We did get flight points a couple releases back, a couple videos back. We have installed one of those. Looks like Jumbo Jet is going to go check out the new Gilded Fields. This will be cool to see from their perspective. Oh. We also made those mountains. Those are the stone wooden mountains and the peaks now we have created. I think I did most of that off stream or off camera. Yeah. Look at this fly in. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this little cutting into the side though, it's kind of messed up. But he's here. Get any quests? What quests do we get? We can click on our guy. A more pressing matter. Ah, yes. Sir Davian is the Longstrom Company's representative here, and he is more concerned with clearing the mine than the destruction of Renaissance Reach and the undead. He says it's just a part of the magic or the destruction. Going into the dungeon. But edge. We do have an upgrade. And I do think we are going to get vehicles because we want boats. Let's get the vehicles. We'll release that. Like the Gilded Fields. We also went around and tried to make sure that the sky and lighting were getting right. Kind of experimenting with different ways of doing the sky. And of course, the artificial sun, the fake sun of the Solandrian high lowlands. Right, lowlands, what we call them? Yeah, lowlands. Porto Sole. This cave system is where we have our players come out. I think a little bit of wilderness won't hurt them. What terrain do we have for here? Forest, pine groves, and fields. So, one way, there is an easy money trick, by the way, for when you get really low on money. I don't like doing this, but for people to know if they're just trying to play the game and have some fun with it, you basically just draw a forest and hit backspace, and your money will go up. Forest is by far the best one to use for that. Yeah, the forest one is just the best bang for your buck because of how many trees it actually spawns. Jumbo died. You logged out because he died. Damn. Well, back to building. Yeah, like usually people would just take a boat from Artisan's Reach to the city. Yes. I did forget the name of the city for a second there. But yeah. before the explosion, they would just take a boat and head over to the city, to Port Soleil. We did also put a windy, go by the mountains and come on back down. Flight path this one. We need to do one from over here, but I wanted to build this section. North Ridgewater Grove. I do like the idea of not having a... So there it is, right there. Right? So if we take you, move you to the center. It can be a mushroom city. Yes. Okay. So, for that to happen, we need to use the prefab with the myconids and then change the model. Nothing on their back. Let's see what else we can do. Yeah, I really like that. I'll have to think of a name for this little Mushroom Grove city that the Myconix called home. So it makes sense that they have a home here as well. I want to make sure all of the Solandrian classes are represented. Okay, maybe not the Dragonkins. Dragonkins haven't been represented. That's very fair. But I feel like everything else has been, right? Definitely. The Phileas Bard, Myconoid Alchemist, Solandrian Paladin. Those all make sense. Dragonkin Berserkers will be from the mainland. We have 2 classes we got to do too, as well still. I'll have to do those at some point here in the future. I would like to do another DPS. We gotta get one more tank. I feel like we need one range DPS. And maybe another full melee DPS as well, like a rogue or something. But we can figure that out at another time for the next video. Leave a comment down below on what you think we should do for our classes. If you want to. It'd be cool. That'd help the channel. And here we build like a military outpost base that they use for training. Kind of like right off the capital. This is basic training. This village is just so small. It's a little, has like a couple little fishing boats off of a dock here. Just a second. And with the magic of editing, I give to you Whispering Pines Bay. A little fishing village that kind of just lives off the land, and it's close enough to the city to go and sell their wares and come on back when they need to. There we have it. The small fishing village. The Myconoid village. The bones for the military base. The basic training. And where they come out. We'll have to populate it. Possibly on stream. Maybe in the next episode. If you're still here, thank you for watching. Me and the boys really appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button if you can. It does a lot of help for us. And check us out on Twitch when we live stream. Come get your name on one of the NPCs or one of the player characters. Maybe add a quest to the game as well. Until next time, thank you for coming to the arcade.